Welcome to the Renaissance Hotel in Hollywood, California, site of the 37th Annual Conference on Serving the Underserved. I'm Walt Laskos.
Hi, and I'm Scott Butterfield. Join Walt and I over the next several minutes as we talk to some of this year's conference attendees about being a community development financial institution, what a CDFI certification is, and what potential value that may bring to your credit union, or most importantly, to your credit union membership.
CDFI designation is a term that was developed by the Federal Community Development Financial Institutions Fund, which is a unit of Treasury. The CDFI fund has been charged with directing investments into financial institutions that have a primary mission of serving low income or certain minority or targeted populations. So in order to get the certification, an institution, which could be a credit union, a loan fund, a bank, a venture fund, or whatever, has to demonstrate that it directs at least 60% of its resources to serving this target market or an investment area, which is generally an area that might have much higher rates of unemployment than average, housing abandonment, low income, and so forth.
When we realized we were a community development credit union, I started looking into sources of help, money mostly, and the biggest source of that I could find was the CDFI fund, and we needed to become certified, and we needed to learn how to submit a credible application. Neither of those things I had ever done before, and we were new members of the Federation at the time, and I just found them to be extraordinarily helpful for me.
And we became aware of community development credit unions whose mission became more community-oriented than purely financial services delivery. And so we became aware of the National Federation of Community Development Credit Unions. So that's how we got started. We kind of tippy-toed into the Federation and said, who are you guys? We're interested in learning more about that. And then as we got involved in the Federation, we learned about the CDFI fund and what that could mean. And with some trepidation, we thought, well, let's go for that. And we became certified in 2009. It was a lot of work, but so worth the effort. In Alaska, there are 8 CDFIs, and Tongass is the only credit union.
Well, then we realized that the Federation had some expertise in this, and so we approached them. We provided them the statistics that they needed. They looked at the demographics, they looked at the mapping, and got our application fixed and got it submitted. That was a great thing. That's what assisted us in getting the certification. The
Federation staff was invaluable in giving us the assistance, the technical assistance, to put together the application. It's not impossible to do it on your own, but it's pretty impossible to do your full-time job and then take on a big project. The Federation staff knows CDFI very well, and we engaged them to help us, and they did that.
The CDFI brings resources to our credit union that we can be more inclusive with the low to moderate income population. We can be more successful because we now have the resources to hire additional folk, to bring in the level of expertise that we need in order to bring forth the results that the community need in order to be empowered.
We know that there's a lot of small business people in our community that need $5,000, $10,000 in order to start up their business. So we asked in this grant application of CDFI for micro business money. And in that process, we believe that we can do this by providing the funding, securing our capital position and our reserve position through this grant application, that we may be able then to provide those entrepreneurs the opportunity to create their business, create some livelihood for themselves, support, and hopefully gain some employment by providing employment to other individuals and allowing the market to to sustain itself, but providing us as a credit union the opportunity of additional products and services that we can provide to them.
We have applied for CDFI grants 3 times. The first time we applied, we didn't get it. The second grant application we put in, we did receive it, and a lot of that had to do with the Federation's input and ability to answer questions for me, and that helped us immensely. We applied for lending capital, and that's what we used it for, but an additional benefit was not only is it lending capital, but it improved our net worth and our institution's strength overall, which really gives you so much freedom to try new things and to try innovative things. And the biggest thing was for us to go and build a branch in Highland Park, a really devastated area.
I think the thing that we've done the most, where we've had the most traction, has been with small and emerging businesses. The award of the CDCI caused us to be able to afford to put the microloans out in the community, where we've been able to help small businesses expand. We've been able to bring resources to them where they're now adding employees and they are being able to be more successful.
The Federation was one of the groups that worked to get the CDFI fund established more than 15 years ago. And what the Federation has seen over the time is that the CDFI fund designation has become more and more valuable. That more and more programs, both federal and state, ask whether you're a CDFI in terms of allocating their resources, whether it's grants, loans, and so forth. We've seen it at the federal level, we've seen it at the state level, we've seen it at private investors as well. The question that they ask is, well, you seem to be doing good work, but are you CDFI designated?
The value of the CDFI certification is more than just having the ability to apply for a grant. That's huge, and that's the main reason, but the certification is also something that opens up some other doors, other grant opportunities. If you say that you're CDFI certified, that indicates a strength and a legitimacy, which is, I'm not sure how else you could get that. Having the certification was really great when the CDCI opportunity came up. We were already certified as a CDFI, we were already a low-income designated credit union, and so we immediately were in the pool, whereas a lot of credit unions that didn't have that certification had to scramble.
Getting the CDFI certification was significant for the credit union. It totally opened opportunities and doors that we didn't even know existed.
If we're able to provide for ourselves as an institution, the ability to provide a larger product loan mix for our balance sheet and income statement, then what that's going to do is allow us to expand additional products and services to the members of which we're servicing. So it has a broader reach, allowing us to have more impact on that market itself. So it has tremendous value for us.
In a way, you're sort of stuck where you are without CDFI, because you can't raise money anywhere if you can't say we are a CDFI. Even small grants these days require that designation. So it's worth going after. And people will succeed. And of course, you know, not to say more than I should, but if it weren't for the Federation, I think none of us would have it.
Both Scott and I appreciate you watching the video with us. We hope it enhanced your understanding of CDFIs, the application process, and the value it brings to your members and community. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.